Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy, and welcome to another episode of our little A to Z officer series. But before I talk about our next rare officer today, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel, and when you do, also click this little bell and all notifications so you will be notified when another video comes out. But now let's have a look at Kumak. He is class command, which means you need command badges to upgrade him. He's from the group Nero's crew, which means he can get synergy from others from that crew and give synergy to others from that crew if one of those is captain and he's on the bridge with them. And he's from the faction Romulan Star Empire, which means that you need Romulan faction credits to upgrade him. And if you want to know a little bit more about him, about the Star Trek movie with the Kelvin timeline, there's a text in the info box as well. He does have a captain maneuver, as you could have heard earlier already, and that's called Discipline. At the beginning of each round, Kumak increases the stats of all officers on the ship by 5%. And there's one thing about this that is really nice, because he's doing that at the beginning of each round. A lot of these things happen at the end of a round, and in this case at the beginning of a round it gives you a bonus that is quite nice. And his officer ability is Watch the World Burn. As long as the enemy ship is burning, Kumak increases the armor, shield deflection and dodge of the ship by 100%. And that for me is the nicer part. I haven't used his captain ability, but in the early times when I had the Nero crew, I used them from time to time with Nero as captain, and then we also have this burning that you need to trigger the ability of Kumak because Nero is bringing that. And so this is quite a nice bonus. But once again, it depends on how early you have officers. As you will see in a bit, it's quite easy to get Kumak because there are a lot of ways of getting him. And so the probability that you have him early is quite high. And so at that stage, if you have him on an early stage in the game, then he will be very helpful. Later on, I use completely different crews, of course, especially as soon as you have PMC, you will use that for all the stuff against different hostiles. But Pike is always the problem there if you're not very lucky. I have one more account that's on Ops level 12, which I will use from time to time to make some videos on basic stuff. And this level 12 account is quite good in fighting already, because I didn't upgrade it. I just got a lot of officers. I'm doing something on that account when I have the time to do so. It's not a regular account I play. I just keep it for some basic videos, for example, to sometimes have a look on the early stages, like with the academy that you don't see. It's running at the moment for lower level accounts, but of course not running on levels like mine. So seeing that stuff I can do when I have a small account as well. And there, of course, I don't have Pike because I'm not that lucky with the pulls. And so someone like Kumak is quite helpful. As a rare officer, he of course also has two possible away team traits, and that's Marksman and Tactical. And Marksman is quite helpful. It comes from time to time. That's why Kumak is on an away team at the moment, and that's why I'm using him now that I have tons of officers. Kumak is definitely always on away teams and not on a ship for me, but Marksman is also a very helpful one. So that is something that I really use. And I said he's quite easy to get, and that's because he's in several of those normal recruit sections, and we are not used to that by the newer officers. But he, for example, is in the ultra recruit section, to start with the hardest. There are a lot of officers in here, and you need a bit of luck to get Kumak here, but at least you have a chance to get Kumak shards here in the ultra recruit section when you make a pull here. And you see that I've got a lot of shards from him over time, because it is quite easy. But he's also in the premium recruit section. So you have another chance here, and the tokens are easier to get than the ultra ones, and there are a little bit fewer officers in here, so the chances via the premium recruit is already higher. And then he's also in the elite Romulan recruit. That's which I usually don't use, but by some missions you can get tokens. You see I have some. And when you have enough for a pull here, why not, if you get that from missions? And so you can get Kumak shards here as well. But it's also possible a little bit cheaper, although I'm not doing that regularly either. That's the Romulan recruit without the elite part, and just the normal Romulan recruit tokens from the faction store. And here are just a few officers in here and the main Nero crew. And you have a chance of get 40% for a rare shard here, and so that's why it's quite easy to get Kumak. Those tokens I've bought from time to time, just if it was absolutely necessary for a recruit event and I didn't have anything else anymore. But usually I save my faction credits just for ship blueprints, and in a few cases for a cloaking device. But you have 4 chances and 4 ways to get Kumak, so it's quite easy to get him, and that's why I meant it. If you have him early, he can be of help already before you have PMC. If you have the chance to use the Nero crew earlier, then he will be quite helpful for you as well. And afterwards, he's a very good guy for away teams, so he will never just sit in my academy and wait like all the common officers. But of course, as usual, if you want to add something about Kumak, how you are using him, what's your experience with him, then please write it in the comments. And if you have questions in general or video requests, please write a comment as well. You know that I regularly read the comments. And if you just want to see another video right now, the next one is right here in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.